Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Astral Ascension, and welcome back to the channel. So the last episode we actually finished our first playthrough, and yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Mainly, I think the whole point is basically us sitting down during dinner time and reminisce about our past adventures together. And after that, the Kai decided that he wanted to go to go mend his relationship with Evelina. And then right after that, everyone goes our separate ways. Kai went to eventually get together with Evelina. Iris becomes a captain of her own ship. Vela becomes a mercenary captain, while Luna and I went to take down each and every one of the people responsible behind the secret organization or something. And yeah, the story ends with us about to start our mission of the final target. Oh yeah, and also our sister had a wonderful career, graduated from the music academy, and then I think she made a career for herself after performing during the graduates performance. Yeah, and that kickstarted her music career. So yeah. And now we started our second adventure with Vela as our primary target for our secondary run. We chose a new trait, the athletic trait, as well as, yeah, in this run we're gonna pursue Vela, if that's not any obvious, or if I haven't stated that before. So yeah, this run I'm gonna focus solely on Vela. We'll leave the captain for the last, or for the third run at least. So I'm gonna see how much of the story we can cover utilizing by just skipping the main story points and just head on over to their, at least to their each of the other, or at least Vela's how do I put it, Vela's personal time. Yeah, I wanna see how much of the story I can cover within a specific time frame. So this is where we fell asleep. I better go relieve Kai. Gonna skip this entire part. And he's doing that weird dance when we skip the story. Yeah, they literally played all the animation all at once until the skip part. Not sure if I picked this before. Yes, I do. I don't think I picked this. Yeah. I chuckle and sheepishly rub the back of my head. Sorry, I hope I didn't offend.
Nah, it's no big deal. Anyway, the farther I am from home, the better. It's pretty rough there.
Which planet are you from?
Seirdros.
I think we heard this part before, so we're just gonna skip until the next choice dialogue. Let me just double check a few of my systems before it loads. Okay, I think it loads. Yeah, let me just put everything back to normal. The rest of the journey passes by uneventfully. Yeah, this is a new checkpoint. I'm just gonna skip this entire part as well. Yeah, I think I picked this before. Pick the first one now. I blink. Am I imagining things, or is that robot blushing? Is the robot blushing? Everyone turns to glance at Beat Boop. its screen has resumed its normal look without any pink in sight.
It looks normal to me.
Maybe I imagined it. Iris smiles at Beep Boop and then looks back at us.
I'm glad everyone's excited. We all deserve a little time to rest and recharge, but first, we need to wrap up this mission and drop off the cargo.
Right, because after that, we'll get paid.
Iris grins and nods.
Luna and Vela, you're both with me. We'll meet the client at the drop site with the cargo. Luna,
Okay,
I'll
this
need
is the
you-
same part. Yeah, I will skip once I remember some of the parts are like I've seen before. Yeah, this guy, he only showed up once in this call. I'm not sure which I picked. I'm gonna pick the first one. Okay, I haven't picked it before. I'm fine. Thanks.
Good. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
The conversation lulls. So, why are you calling?
Case files and your investigations are being reviewed discreetly. Your name?
Okay, this part is the same. Not sure which I picked. First one? Okay. The first one I haven't chose it before. Yeah. Third one, I would pick the third option as the default in the main story. The captain is not a bad man. He just had a moment of weakness. Thanks. I appreciate that.
It's the least I can do.
In the distance, I see the girls returning to the ship. I've got to go.
Sure. That was all I wanted to say. I know it probably doesn't mean much, but I'm really sorry for how everything went down.
Noted. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, this part, we're just gonna skip most of the stuff. Not sure which I picked before, but let's pick the first one. Yeah. Probably I think most of the options I picked from this point on is like the second one. I blink. I wasn't expecting a shout out, especially when I didn't do anything special. Thanks, but I didn't do anything special. I only did what I had to do to get the mission done. Kai slings an arm around my shoulders.
My man, let me share with you some words of wisdom. When the captain gives you a compliment, you take it.
I glance at Luna and Vela, who both grin and nod. Eventually, I smile. Thanks. Iris checks something on her phone, then she grins.
I've already transferred the credits to each of you, so it should show up in your accounts. I'll be working on securing our next mission, but you all should go ahead and enjoy the rest of the day however you like.
Okay, I think this part is the same. Yeah, there's a checkpoint loading.
That just leaves the three of us.
Can I skip this part? Yes, we can. Since we have the athletic trait, I think it's safe to say I can pick the second option and do really well here. Or maybe it's no difference. Time to show them what I can do. I steady myself and then put all of my force into a jump. As I flip through the air, I grin. Ah, the athletic trait paid off. Is it just me or the jingle, like, or the sound effect that it plays is slightly different than the intuitive trait? Maybe it's just me, or maybe the tactician has its own jingle as well. But maybe I'm not sure. Maybe I'm also misremembering things. All too soon, I tumble back towards the ground. I get my bearings just in time, and I manage to land smoothly. Vela and Kai both look genuinely impressed. Kai lets out a low whistle.
Holy crap!
Okay, that was impressive.
It was nothing. We spent the rest of the session jumping and floating around the chamber, enjoying the freedom of low gravity. When the session is over, the artificial gravity kicks back in, and my weight returns as My weight returns as in a solid heaviness that hits me like a brick. Ugh, that doesn't feel good. Kai grins.
The newbie wobbles are common for first-timers. Don't worry, the feeling wears off.
I think all of these parts are the same. We exit the gravity chamber and spot the food court right across from us.
Want to grab some food?
Sure, I think this part is the same.
I can't believe the moves you were landing. You must have practiced those a lot.
Yeah, the athletic trait kicks in with some new dialogue. And yeah, the animation's not working here. Oh no, that was my first time. Bella nearly chokes on her food.
What? No way!
I grin. What can I say? I'm just naturally talented.
And so humble.
We quiet down as we continue eating. We both went for burgers, which is what the menu recommended, and Vela added a large side of fries.
These are so good. Just like the fries my brother and I used to get back home.
Did you and your brother do this kind of thing too?
No, but we hung out a lot. Although, not so much when I studied in university.
Okay, I'm not sure whether we will go get medicine from Luna if we chose this particular option, but I think we also will get a little bit of backstory with Luna later on. If not, we'll just progress with the story. Yeah, this is the time now I haven't picked this option before. I forgot which option I chose. First one? Okay. Money can't buy happiness, so it's important to do what... money can't buy happiness, so it's important to do what makes you happy no matter what other people think. Bella nods.
And I'm much happier here than I ever was in that office. Even if it was just for a day.
Bella's courageous spirit is just what I need. It's just what we need on this ship. And I'm sure we'll end up having plenty more adventures as we take on more work. Think we can skip this part? Okay, this first part doesn't even matter because we literally just yeah, the entire part, this entire beginning of the part is literally just like some minor introductions between each character, I suppose. After we hang out, I pull up a map on my phone and easily navigate to the city center, where there's an open shopping area. I admire the quaint scenery as I travel. Everywhere I pass there are neatly trimmed trees and beautifully designed flower beds. I think all of this is the same. Yeah, it's the same part here. This time I'm gonna pick the first option. I have no idea how this is supposed to help, but she is a doctor, so I should trust her judgment. Wow, athletic trick kicks in. I pat my head with my left hand. It's difficult to keep my other hand simultaneously rubbing my stomach, but with a bit of focus, I managed to stay coordinated. Luna grins, and I think she's a little impressed.
Not bad. Now for the final step.
Which is...
To balance on one leg.
Well, I've already committed for this long, so I might as well get this last part done too. I shift my weight onto one leg while I continue to pat my head and rub my stomach. I'm able to do as Luna says with relative ease. She looks impressed.
Very well done. Who knew you were so coordinated?
Were you expecting me to fall? She smiles. I had a sneaking suspicion this was all part of an elaborate ruse. Luna lets out a small laugh.
It was a distraction to keep your mind focused on something other than your nausea.
I blink. Huh, she's right. Yeah, this part is the same. Skip this part. Okay, we did this in the last run, so I'm gonna walk alongside her for now. We set off and walk away from the high street. Soon the path opens into a bustling market. People crowd the stalls filled with a variety of food, jewelry, and crafted trinkets. I take in all the brightly colored and savory scents. Everything feels so foreign yet familiar. This part is the same, right? Yeah, I can get. Nope, I'm not gonna pick the second option anymore. Let's give it a shot. I take a tentative bite out of the fruit. Tangy sourness overwhelms my tongue and my whole face wrinkles up. I didn't expect it to taste so strong and so sour. Luna giggles.
Just give it a second.
Slowly, the sourness melts into a low sweetness. The longer the taste lingers in my mouth, the sweeter it becomes, until all I can remember is the sugary goodness. I'm not sure whether Luna sounded like this because we picked the first option, or maybe I misremember things again. Yeah, I kind of forgot. Or maybe it's just me. Yeah, maybe her voice is just consistent and I just don't know why that she sounded different. Can we skip? No, we can't. So, whoa, this is way better than any Citradello I ever had before. Luna smirks.
I think the word you used was bland.
I take it back. This is the opposite of bland. She grins. I take another bite, now prepared for the initial sour shock. These are kind of addictive.
Aren't they?
She bites into her own Citradello, smiling as she wrinkles her nose. If I lived in the Union, I eat them all the time.
I certainly did before I joined Iris's crew.
Oh, you're from the Union? I think this is the same. Her smile broadens. Okay, this is the part where if we didn't flirt with her or anything.
The Itos is a good place for a fresh start.
Yeah, only Luna will say things in a different tone. She pronounced it as Itos for some reason. My own past flickers in the back of my mind, and I grin. I feel the same way. Luna looks back at the market.
Now that we've had a snack, how about we continue shopping? There are a couple more things I need to pick up.
Skip this part? Okay, we can skip. Luna smiles.
Did you not enjoy my treatment?
Say what now? Okay, sometimes this is the part if we didn't... Like, if we just basically ignore her. Treatment is a strong word for it. She laughs.
Perhaps, but it worked.
That's true. I can't argue with the results.
Anyway, I better take care of these supplies. I'll talk to you later.
Of course. We part ways and I head up the stairs. This part is the same, right? Can I skip? No. That's because it's a loading after this. So this is the same initially. First option, I'm not sure I could keep up with someone that high ranking. Are you sure you want to play against me? I might not be able to keep up with you. Iris nods.
You can show me what you can do, and I can share some tips afterwards if you like.
No way I'm turning down advice from a pro. Sure, let's play. She pushes herself to her feet wearing a soft smile.
I actually have a physical board we can use. 1 second.
And we'll skip this part. Yeah, we picked this one before, so I'm gonna ignore. We're just gonna lose anyway, regardless. I'm obviously spending too much time paying attention to her body language and not enough time focusing on the board. It's time to get serious. After contemplating my options, I go for the aggressive move, and I find out too late. And I find out too late that it leaves my key piece open for Iris to capture. Oh no, I fell into another trap. I read the board hoping for a comeback, but no matter what I do, she'll capture my commander in just a few moves. The game is over. I knock over my commander in surrender. Good game. She smiles.
Good game.
Yeah, this part is just like we just literally skipped this entire chat about her showing a tail or something. Kai and Bella enter the lounge. They spot on the couch and grin. Let's see if we can skip this. We can. Yeah, that is the welcome cake, right? Gonna pick the first option. What have you got on your what have you got behind your back, Kai?
Nothing.
It doesn't seem like nothing.
Okay, you got me. It's something.
Well, that got me nowhere. Finally, I hear the footsteps of Bella and Luna just before they enter the lounge. Luna is breathless as if the two of them ran straight here. This is the same. Can we skip? Wow, you got me a cake?
Yep. We didn't get a chance to celebrate earlier, so we figured what better way to say welcome than when it's written on a cake.
We'll skip this part. First song, a broad grin spread across my face. I really appreciate the effort everyone is putting in to make me feel welcome. Thank you so much, everybody. Seriously, you all know how to make a guy feel welcome and included. Kai clutches my shoulder in solidarity.
Of course, man.
That's exactly what we wanted.
Luna looks thoughtful.
Since Vela and Kai got you a welcome gift, then it's only fair that I give you one too.
She steps forward and envelops me in a warm hug.
Welcome to the team.
Did she do this? Yeah, I really forgot. Yeah, this is unexpected. I'm caught completely by surprise and don't know how to react.
Gosh, your body is so tense. You should relax. The hard part is over. And now, it's time for fun.
She wiggles in the hug, trying to get me to loosen up, but all I can feel is her softness rubbing against me. My face flares into a deep blush as I try not to think too much about it. When Luna finally pulls away, she giggles, giving me a wink.
I hope you enjoyed your present.
My flush deepens. Thanks, Luna.
Okay, Iris. Your turn.
What?
Iris blinks. She looks a bit like a deer in headlights.
It's your turn to offer our new pilot a welcome gift.
Iris pauses, then confidently offers me her hand for a handshake.
Welcome officially to the team.
Ooh, an Iris handshake of approval. Those are pretty rare.
I think this part is the same, right? Iris shoots Kai a warning look, but he smiles just in response. I forgot what I chose. This one I really forgot what I chose. If it skips, then... Okay, it doesn't skip. If an Iris handshake is a rare treat, then I'm honored to receive it. With a grin, I accept Iris's hand in a firm handshake of my own. She nods, seemingly pleased.
Like I said, we are glad to have you here.
All right, since we've all said our welcomes, does that mean it's cake time now?
This part is the same, right? Yeah, if we can skip, we skip. Should I ask? Yeah, this will be a different run. Yeah, this is fundamentally different. Ask Iris. If this pledge is so important, then I better ask Iris when I need to take it.
She'll just say that you need to do it now, so you may as well just go for it.
It's not... Okay, it's basically... It doesn't matter, right? Luna nods. Yeah, I'm not convinced. Before they can argue further, I scoot out of my chair and approach Iris. Hey Iris, what's this pledge of the Starfarer we're supposed to do? Iris stares blankly.
The what?
That was all I need to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's confused. She doesn't even know. Yeah, I know. We all know that she doesn't know during the first run. I walk back to Kai, who is still grinning.
Hey, it was worth a try.
Good effort. Luna almost had me convinced. She smells sweetly.
You're just too clever for us.
What if we choose a tactician trait? Will we just avoid the options altogether? After all of that, I think I deserve a second slice of cake. Yeah, this is the same part. Skip, skip, skip. Let's pick the first one this time. I suppose I did participate in more than a few undercover missions in some capacity.
Jim Pond went on plenty of undercover missions, too.
Bela's eyes widen.
Whoa! I know a spy! That's so cool!
I don't think Jim Pond and I are exactly the same.
Close enough.
Which Jim Pond book were you talking about anyway?
Golden Fingers. Did you read that one?
I haven't, but I think my sister has. She's really into the series.
Oh, you have a sister?
I think this part is the same. Yeah, the younger sister, younger than Vela. And we trolled Kai at first. Alright, can I skip this part? Can I skip this part? Uh-oh. I think I picked this one before, so pick this one. Yeah. Any main story, we're just gonna default to the first, while still, if it's with Vela, we'll default to the second. Until we reach any of their routes, I'm gonna pick the first. So, oh, let's continue. Always, you're the best little sister I ever had. There's no way I forget you. She puts her hands on her hips.
I should hope not. I'm your only little sister.
I laugh. Yeah, and you'll never let me forget it. Can I skip this part? Yes. First option. No, it's not like that at all. Why I took this job has nothing to do with the girls.
Uh-huh. But I'm sure it doesn't hurt to have so many as part of the crew, right? Are they cute?
I feel like this question is a trap, but I'm not sure why. Celeste giggles at my panic.
Either way, sounds like you're happy with this new crew.
Yeah, I think I'll stick around. Yeah, this part is the same. Have I picked this? I don't think I picked the fourth one before. Whoa, that song is spot on! Especially that very last verse. Okay, I never picked this before. Celeste blinks.
You mean the one where I called you a giant pervert?
Yep.
You aren't supposed to agree with that part.
Why not? It's so accurate. What the heck am I saying? Celeste stares at me, then she sighs. I chuckle. Did you make that up on the spot?
Yep.
It was clever. I'm just happy to see you playing again. This part is the same. Okay, once the loading is over, I'll click on skip and see how whether we can skip. And yeah, up till the beach scene, we won't be officially be together with Vela. I think this part is the same. Gonna skip. Skip, skip, skip. Did he say Team Eidos is blasting off again?
Bring him up.
I think Kai mentioned Team Aster is Team Eidos is blasting off again. But I kind of forgot, to be honest. Yeah, the Team Rocket reference.
Team Eidos is blasting off again.
But I feel like I heard this before. But it also feels like I never seen that before. Why? What happened?
Let's just say I no longer get a free coffee every morning.
Uh-oh. Did you scare him off?
No, the opposite. He asked me out on a date.
I blinked and then burst out laughing.
It's not funny. I thought he was being friendly, but it turns out he just didn't realize that I'm married with 2 kids.
Well, that's too bad. I'm sorry for coffee loss.
Thank you. So am I. Anyway, forget about that. That's not why I called you. I found something.
Can we skip this part now? Okay. First option. Yeah, it didn't. As long as it didn't skip, we can pick it. I don't know. You're risking your job, which you can't afford to lose since you support more than just yourself.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Besides, I've already done it, so there's no going back.
I sigh. Just be careful then.
I promise I will be.
Thank you. So, what did you find? I think this part is the same. Wait, what? Okay, this part is where we can actually get a bad ending, so I wanna check out the bad ending, to be honest. Be indecisive. I'm not sure we can fit through the wreckage, but there's too much debris surrounding it to fly around the outside. I'll have to risk it. I guide the Eidos into the ship. Proximity alerts light up the screens around me. This isn't going to work. Before I can come up with a new plan, the ship judders as it grinds against the edge of the wreckage. Oh crap.
Focus, we're nearly through.
I take a deep breath and pull the Eidos back under control. Using the proximity alerts, I guide the ship until we emerge back into the storm clouds. That was close. I puff out the breath I've been holding. Sorry about that.
Don't worry, we're still flying, for now.
Is there any damage?
Starboard thrusters output is slightly down.
Okay, compensate for that and keep going.
I nod.
Any sign of the interceptors?
Kai glances at the scanners.
No, we're in the clear.
Good. Now we just need to get out of this storm.
Roger that. This part is the same. Wrong way. Let's pick the wrong one. I dive the Eidos beneath the incoming asteroid. The rocky mass clips the tail of our ship and we get knocked downward. The impact throws me from my seat and everything goes black. My head. What happened? I blink rapidly as my eyes adjust to the bright light of the room. Where am I? I'm in the medical bay, but it's definitely not Luna's. I push myself into a sitting position and my body screams in response. Ah, I'm ache all over. A few minutes later, Iris walks in. She's bruised but doesn't seem to have any serious injuries.
Ah, you're awake.
What happened?
That last android caused critical damage. The ship's automated distress beacon went off, and a Union cruiser recovered us.
Android? Yes. It's a typo and a what? A typo and a line and a mistake in the recording. It's supposed to be asteroid, right? Oh, we got lucky. She nods.
Unfortunately, now that the Eidos is grounded, we no longer are in need of a pilot.
Her tone is firm. It's clear she means I won't be rejoining them even after the ship is repaired. I understand. I don't blame her. This whole situation was my fault. It was my call to take us into the nebula storm, and I wasn't able to guide us out. I'm sorry things didn't work out.
So am I.
Iris turns and exits the room, and I'm left to wonder what I'm going to do next. A couple of days later, I'm discharged from the medical bay on the Union cruiser. I collect my things and from the Eidos and say my goodbyes to the crew before I get in contact with Zeke. I accept his offer of employment and then fly out to join his company. The work is fine, but the future is far from certain. My pay isn't enough to cover Celeste's medical bills and my living expenses. I can use loans to cover the difference for now, but I can only keep up the repayments for so long. Only time will tell if we'll manage or not, but I'm still hopeful that we will. Yeah, and that was the bad end. Anyway, let's just proceed with the story and not pick any stupid decisions. But this time I'm gonna be indecisive for the first one. Dodge. This part is the same, right? I pull hard on the controls and swerve away from the rocky mass. We nimbly avoid the asteroid and it harmlessly passes by. I successfully avoid the rest of the... Okay, I can skip this part. Well, choose the first option. I'm just glad we made it.
You don't give yourself enough credit. Not everyone could have brought us out alive.
I allow myself a smile. Thanks. Skip this part.
Apart from needing to change my pants, the rest of me is okay. Thanks for asking.
Say what now? I think this is because we scratched the ship a bit. I'm good too. And so are my pants. Luna leans in to get a closer look at me.
You should take it easy for a bit. You just went through a very stressful situation, and you'll need to relax to recharge your batteries.
Skip this part? Yes, I can. Oh, this is the... Have I not read this before? Although Luna said that Vela isn't hurt, I should go make sure she's not too shaken up. I'm sure she's got the brunt of things down in engineering. I cross through the ship and head down the stairs, then I make my way to the engineering bay. I think I read some parts of it, right? Okay, apparently not. Vela and Beep Boop are both crowded in front of a terminal when I arrive. Oh, this part, I read this already. Or not, because the text stopped. She blinks.
Oh, I'm doing all right. Thanks for checking.
No problem. Glad to hear it. How about the ship?
The damage isn't too bad. She'll need repairs when we land, but you shouldn't notice anything when you're flying.
That's a relief. The last thing I need is a ship that can't fly.
You and me both.
Vela taps into the terminal.
Hey, Beep Boop, can you let me know when those diagnostics are done? Thanks.
Okay, there, they didn't put the Beep Boop sound effects here. She pats the robot affectionately. It responds with a heart displayed on its screen and nuzzles her hand. I think this part is the same. Oh yeah, she cycles through all the animations at once when you skip the text. This option? Yeah, I'm gonna be an ass. Well, I don't think she'll mind, right? Yeah, he's cute, but I see something even cuter.
Really? Where?
Right in front of me. Vela squints into her phone.
I don't see anything else.
That's because you aren't looking at the right... That's because you aren't looking... Yeah, I think I shouldn't sigh here. That's because you aren't looking at looking in the right place. She narrows her eyes.
Are you messing with me?
No, I'm serious.
Okay. What does it look like?
Orange hair, pretty eyes, an engineer. She blinks, finally seeming to get the message.
Okay. That's enough.
I hope that the options we pick doesn't creep her out until we actually got until we can't get onto a route. Her cheeks are as bright as her hair. I grin when she refuses to meet my eyes. She shoves the phone back into my face.
Quit messing with me and tell me my dog is cute.
Your dog is cute.
Really?
She glances at me and accidentally meets my gaze. Then she quickly looks away again, her blush deepening. My smile broadens. She shows me how she takes care of Pixel and all of the tricks she's taught him. It looks like you can do a lot on the app.
Yeah, the app AI is quite sophisticated. So, Pixel behaves like a real-life Labrador.
I'll give it a try. Vela helps me find the app and I begin the download. So, do you have any pets back on Corvus?
Yeah, growing up, my family had a dog. I miss him a lot, but I know he's well taken care of.
I think this part is the same. I'm gonna pick these two. Yeah, because I think I will pick this option just because of the outcome in the first run. I'm gonna pick the others when I do a third run. So yeah, this is like kinda proceed to her route, more or less. I don't know, but it's kinda have a funny reaction out of it. Yeah, I love dogs. After I adopt my pet, I'm taken to a new screen. Sky runs around a grassy lawn in front of her doghouse. Beside the house are two bowls, one for food and one for water. I think this is the same part. Yeah. This is where the dog starts to do certain things. So I forgot whether if I chose the second option or not, but let's make a scum save here. So this is what you would like teammates to do. Okay, I obviously picked that one before. First option this time. Is this supposed to happen?
No? Maybe. I don't know. I've never done this before.
Me neither. What should we do?
I don't know.
You tell me. We continue to stare at our phones. The more I watch, the more awkward I feel. Maybe we should give them some privacy?
What?
It feels weird to watch.
Oh my god, stop perving on them.
Okay, the first option is also funny. My face grows hot. You're watching too? Her cheeks, yeah, that, the way I say it came out wrong. You're watching too? You're watching, wait, what? Let me retry. You're watching too? Okay, kinda. Okay, I think that's fine. Her cheeks deepen in color.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to get them to stop.
Vela taps on her phone, and I receive a notification that Pixel has returned home. She breathed out a sigh of relief.
Thank goodness that worked.
Yeah, I was beginning to think they'd never stop.
Right? I think that's enough playing for one day. We can check in again later.
Yeah. It was not until the end of the run that she said that she has the puppies. But yeah, maybe we'll know sooner if we are on her route. Agreed. This part. Beep Boop is the best wingman. I am reading you loud and clear, Beep Boop, and I like the way you think. Beep Boop, you are one very smart AI. Vela suddenly notices how close we are and her face flushes.
Don't read too much into this. It's clearly just a bug.
Sounds like it's fine to me. Beep Boop. Screen flashes a girl emoji, which transitions into a heart and finally turns into a boy emoji.
Boop.
Yeah, the second option is funny on Vela's route. Vela's eyes widen, her cheeks are like two red tomatoes as she lunges for the robot, who quickly zooms out of her reach, beeping wildly.
Yep, it's totally a bug that I'm going to have to fix right away.
Yeah, we never got this expression during the first run because we picked the first option back then. I grin. We hear a ping from the terminal.
Oh, the report is done. I need to check to make sure everything is within parameters, and then I'll send it off to Iris.
Yeah, it feels weird there's no background music here, but I'm thinking they will play the one that with the goofy kind of music. Okay, this part is the same, essentially. Yeah, I think Vela's route is there will be never a dull moment in Vela's route. My stomach grumbles and I decided to grab a snack. When I entered the lounge, I find my way into the kitchen and rummage through the fridge. I fix myself a basic snack and sit on the comfy couch. Oh, we can't skip this? As I eat, I scroll through my phone. Suddenly, it flashes with a video call from my sister. I answer and see her smiling face. Is this the same? Greet her normally
Hey,
this
big
time.
bro.
Yeah, this entire run we're gonna be a good brother, while not being an asshole. Well, maybe we can be an asshole during the beach episode. I wanna succeed in the limbo thing. Yeah, I kinda forgot that we lost at the limbo part, and yeah, we mocked her. Yeah, kinda wanna get back at that. She pauses and glances behind me.
Wait a second. This looks different. Where are you?
Okay, this part is the same. I think the first option? Yeah, I think I picked the second option before. Seriously? This is the best news I've heard all day! Celeste shimmers with excitement.
Right? I called you as soon as I found out.
I'm so glad you did. I love that show.
Me too.
So, which reboot is it?
One of the super early seasons with all of the original characters. They're calling it
This part is the same.
The Ranger of Power.
Oh? Yeah, this is based on your the trait at the beginning of the game. You're right.
Of course I am. I will never forget you lugging around that ridiculously heavy mecha costume.
You dressed up too.
Of course I am. I will never forget you lugging around that ridiculously heavy mecha costume. Yeah, for Halloween. Not for the whole week after. You probably would have worn it for even longer if Mom didn't force you to stop.
He's the best ranger. Celeste giggles. Hey, I wasn't the only one obsessed. I happen to remember when a certain sister went through a pink phase. Remember when you wanted each wall in your room a different shade of pink to best represent all the colors of the Ranger of Honor's costume? I think this part is the same as well. Yeah, this entire part is skippable. Have I picked this before? Oh yeah, that. Say what? How did it backfire again? Yeah, I think this part is the same. Yeah, I'm gonna pick another option. What's deja vu again? I mean, I don't know when this happened. Didn't we just have this conversation? I guess this is how women greet each other. I have no idea what we talked about because of the skipping. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, the first then. Okay, the next run will be the first and the third option, I suppose. Celeste looks at each of my crew members.
I can't get over just how wonderful and nice you are.
Oh, I can skip this. I forgot which option I chose. Come on, it's not that bad. All three of my crewmates stare at me.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I think I picked that before. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep picking some of these. Third one. How come everyone else gets a shout out for their accomplishment and I don't? Aren't you forgetting someone? Celeste blinks. What about me?
What about you?
Everyone else got a shout out. Did you forget that I'm the one flying this ship?
Are you? Because right now it seems to be flying fine on its own.
That's because it's on autopilot. I regret the words as soon as I say them, and Celeste burst out laughing. Damn, I walked into that one. This part is the same, blah blah blah. Oh wait,
We'll ease your introduction to him.
skip, I'll save this part here. I'm not sure which I have or haven't chose.
Or you don't have to meet him at all. Honestly, you're not missing much.
I forgot whether if I... Yeah. I think this is the... I think the first option I defended him. I've been on this ship long enough to know what Kai is like, and there's no way I'm letting him near my little sister. I'm with Vela on this one. Iris nods.
Smart choice.
Celeste giggles.
I'll trust your judgment about this Kai guy.
She turns to me and puts her hands on her hips.
You better be on your best behavior then, big bro. I don't want to be hearing the same warnings about you that I'm hearing about Kai.
Is this the same part? Yeah, these are same. This part is the same, right? I can skip. With Zeke. I forgot whether... Yeah, pick the first one. I chuckle. This shouldn't surprise me. It's such a Zeke thing to do. You know what? Actually, I'm not surprised. After all, you were the one who taught me to be thorough.
That's right, and this time it's more important than ever.
My voice softens. For real though, thanks Zeke. It means a lot to me that you're taking this so seriously.
It's what a good partner would do.
And this part is the one, it's the same, blah blah blah. First option? Ah. I get that you don't want to talk to me, Joel, but trust me, this is important.
Right now, you're the last person I trust. Why are you calling?
I need a favor.
No.
You don't even know what that is. I think
I don't need to know. In fact,
Yeah, this part can be skipped. Yeah, the Crimson Ox thing. First option this time. I think you've had enough of these for now. I grab the remaining pack of Crimson Ox just to be safe.
What makes you say that?
Kai's eyes twitches as he stares me down. Just a guess. He continues to stare, then he laughs.
Yeah, you're right. 4 is more than enough.
You're gonna die. 4? Or should I say in how should I say this? 4? Yeah, kinda, whatever. Anyway, aren't you Are you sure you want to keep drinking these when you're supposed to get ready to sleep?
Sleep? Who has time for sleep when there's so much navigating to be done?
Yeah, skip this part. Care to join? No. I shake my head. Maybe next time. I'm going to rest for a while longer. Luna nods.
Of course. It's important for our pilot to be well rested before he flies the ship, or things could get messy.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that to happen.
Not at all.
I better get going then. Enjoy your show.
Thank you. Sleep well.
Thanks. Yeah, I literally skipped the entire bonding with Luna because I don't wanna step into a route. Luna turns back to the TV while I exit the lounge. I cross through the corridor and return to my room, and my bed is waiting for me. We can skip, right? Wait, we can't? Judging how... Oh, wait, yeah, we never skip this. We never go to this part. Because, yeah, we hung out with Luna last time, so I don't think we never actually slept. Judging by how many energy drinks Kai had, he'll need at least a couple of hours to wind down. That's enough time for a power nap. I cozy myself up in bed and easily fall back asleep. A few hours later, I wake up feeling rejuvenated. That nap really did the trick. That nap really did the trick. I'm thankful I had those extra hours. Kai should be ready for his break now, too, so I better get going. I think this is the same. No, it's not. Oh, okay. After I get ready, I exit my room and make my way to the bridge. Okay, it's the entire part of the napping session is unskippable. This part
I've put in a request for ship repairs with the spaceport. While the engineers are working, we are going to meet with the client.
Are we all going?
Yes, because information on this job is limited. I'm going to need everyone at the briefing.
Right. You never know what skills you might need. I think this part is the same. I'm gonna skip this entire part. Richard Donovan. Okay. This is our first capture the target. I am not we can go two ways. One is that we capture him alive, but we also tell him we have two options on the board. The first option is we let him in the first run we let him go. The second one is to let him oh wait, let me rephrase. The first run we let him go but also didn't turn him in. This time I think we should also let him go, but this time we turn him in. We try to turn him in, but with our electric trait I think we'll also catch up to him, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen. So I don't know what we have picked before. I forgot actually, so okay, this part
Here's our plan.
we've seen this part before. We should take him back alive. I assume we're bringing him in alive.
That is the goal.
Luna nods.
It's best to avoid unnecessary bloodshed.
Oh, this probably also gives Luna a point.
Yep, it's what we try to do.
Or everyone else, or it doesn't matter.
Just don't go risking your life to save him.
I nod. Hopefully the other teams feel the same way.
We'll find out soon enough. Here's our plan.
This part is the same. This part is the same, right? Yeah. First option. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit anxious.
Unknown mercenary teams, none of IAP's fancy gear, and an enemy we've never met before. I think you're allowed to be a little nervous.
I grin. I'm glad he understands.
Don't sweat it. We've got your back.
Thanks. This part is the same. I forgot which part I should pick. I think this is... I think you should leave her alone. The mercenary faces me.
You say something?
Yeah, leave her alone. He barks a short laugh and glances at Iris.
I see you've trained your beta bitches well.
She crosses her arms but doesn't deign him an answer. The mercenary turns back to me.
Don't worry. I'll leave your precious princess alone. She'll come running to me once she sees me in action anyway.
Hold on. He mimes a kiss at Iris and walks away grinning. Iris is stone-faced when she faces me.
I understand why you did that, but never do that again.
As soon as she's done speaking, she walks towards the other mercenaries, leaving me alone with Kai. Oh.
Yeah, I made that mistake once too. You think you're helping, but really you're just undermining her authority. It's best to let her deal with it.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I think some of the intuitive traits is telling me to back off, but I'm just gonna be an idiot without the intuitive traits. We approach the other two mercenaries who look much more agreeable than the lone wolf we had just spoken with. I think this part is the same. Stop him. I lunge towards the mercenary and knocks the gun out of his hand. In the distance, Rook escapes along with the last of his men. After recomposing himself, the mercenary roars on me, seething with rage.
What the hell are you doing? You made me miss my shot.
That was the point. He lets out a frustrated roar and swings at me. I dodge, narrowly avoiding his arm and step back to create some distance. Undeterred, the mercenary charges me, but I'm ready for him. I swing my leg into a roundhouse kick and my foot collides with his head. The shock barely registers on his face before he thuds heavily to the ground. Kai catches up to me. He stares with wide eyes.
Holy shit snacks. You flattened that guy in one hit.
What did he say? Shit snacks? What? Okay. He pokes the fallen man with his shoe, but the mercenary is out cold. Yeah, each trait sometimes has some desirable outcomes.
Remind me never to get into a fight with you.
What's going on? Where's Rook?
The other mercenaries have finally caught up. Seems like he got away. They look at the unconscious body on the ground and back to me, clearly unamused.
This is why we don't take open contracts. Other people inevitably screw it up.
We're better off just finishing the job ourselves.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, you two. She nods.
Yeah, let's go. We need to find Rook before these clowns make things worse.
Can I shoot these two as well? They're so two-faced, because if you kill Rook, they're so happy to kill the lone wolf mercenary. Well, maybe it's the outcome that I don't know. Yeah, it's so these two people are double standards, but for all I know, these two are Zack and Kara from the second game, and I'm just cursing at the former team members from a previous game. Yeah, that's enough ranting. Skip this part. We'll skip until the part where we kinda need to turn himself in, I think. Wait, what? Okay. We can't skip this part because the first run we have a seed with Luna after this, but okay. Soon we reach the Eidos and climb inside. We make our way through the cargo bay and up the stairs until we reach the lounge, where Vela and Luna are waiting for us. Iris quickly recounts the mission. The two girls listen quietly and nod when Iris finishes. Vela turns to me.
One of the mercenaries attacked you?
He tried to, but he never stood a chance. Hotshot here roundhouse kicked him in the next week.
That's funny though. Her eyes widen.
Really?
It was a clean one-shot KO.
He charged recklessly, so I used his own momentum against him.
You make it sound so easy.
He made it look easy too.
I chuckle. I've learned a thing or two about fighting over the years.
And we're all glad you did.
Luna pauses.
Although, I'd still like to take a look at you just in case.
Sure. I feel fine, but it can't hurt to get checked over. Iris waits for us to settle down, then she continues.
Because of this unexpected situation, Rook is in the wind and the contract has turned into an open bounty.
This part is the same, right? Yeah. Okay. Luna examines me for injuries and seems impressed when she doesn't find any.
I thought Kai was exaggerating, but you don't have a scratch on you.
The best defense is a good offense. She grins.
That doesn't sound right, but I suppose in this case, it is. Although, it begs the question, where did you learn to fight so well? I can't imagine it came up at flight school.
I took a lot of martial arts classes as a kid.
You must have been a terrifying teenager.
I chuckle. With a smile, Luna steps back.
You're all clear.
I nod and hop down from the patient bed. Huh. Is it because we never hung out with her, or is it because we actually never got injured? But I'm thinking it's the former. So even if we didn't get injured, I think she would claim to want to do something just in case, and we'll get that massage scene later on, right? But in this case, we didn't get it.
Don't hesitate to come back if you need anything.
Thanks, Luna.
You're welcome.
I exit the med bay and return to the lounge to relax. The room is empty, so I take a seat in front of the TV. So this part is the same.
I don't know where the money comes from, but I do know that we need it. Especially if we want the future generation to be capable of making something of this planet.
Everyone heard that, didn't they? The district school board endorses common thievery.
This part is the same as well. Maybe Vela has made some progress by now. It couldn't hurt to check. I head on to the lower level of the ship where I find Vela in the engineering bay tinkering with Rook's phone. Hey Vela, how's it going?
Good, but no breakthrough yet. The data Luna and I gathered is being parsed for patterns, but having access to Rook's phone will really help.
Are you sure the phone will even have anything? It's usually hard to gather any data off of burner phones, and people who are doing sometimes outside of the law, And people who are doing something outside of the law would definitely be using burners.
You're right, but I want to access the phone to find out what routes and networks it traversed through. It's less about what's on the device and more about where the device has been.
And you can't delete that information?
You can, but there is always a digital footprint if you know where to look.
My face scrunches in thought.
Think about it this way. Let's say you browse the net and then delete your browser history. You're safe, right?
Let's go with yes.
Nope. You've still left all sorts of binary breadcrumbs, which someone could follow and then see where you've been.
Okay, I think this part is the same until Yeah, this one is really funny, but we're gonna go with the first option. Oh, I just think it's pretty interesting. At IAP, we had a cybersecurity division, and they always had cool stories to tell. It's great to hear how technology wizards like you do your magic. Vela smiles.
Aw, that's not the answer I was expecting. But I'm happy to hear that you find this stuff interesting.
For sure. I mean, I already knew movies were portraying it, right? It's never as... wait, what? It's never as easy as tapping away at a keyboard for 2 seconds and saying, I'm in. Vela cringes.
Ugh, yeah. It's painful to watch. Really painful.
I laugh. I can imagine. Vela refocuses on her work. She really knows her stuff. Honestly though, please give my condolences to any previous boyfriends you've had. Everything is digital these days, which means their phones were an open book to you. She gasped.
I would never do anything like that to invade someone else's privacy. I'm far too innocent.
She smiles sweetly and rests her face in her... Wait, what? And rests her face in her hands? You are literally hacking into someone's phone right now. She pouts.
That's work. It doesn't count.
It definitely does.
Besides, I haven't had a boyfriend before, so that's a moot point.
What about your future boyfriends?
I don't know what the future holds, so that's a double moot point.
I think about all of the interactions I've had with Vela. She's spunky, honest, and energetic, and we have a good time together. I can't help but wonder what the future may hold. I sneak a glance at Vela just as she looks at me. All eyes meet an electric gaze. I think she feels the spark too because her cheeks flush in a deep pink.
Anyway?
She quickly looks down at her keyboard. I hear her take a breath to recompose herself. My face feels hot as I try to calm my racing heart. What was that? Vela leans back in her seat after she sets another program to run. So, are you just digging through Rook's history to find his digital footprint?
If only. He used multiple hops and VPNs to create a bunch of paths.
She smiles confidently.
But Luna and I archived a whole load of comm traffic during the mission. I'm hoping we can make overlapping connections until we find what we're looking for.
Great! Vela refocuses on her terminal and I hover over her shoulder to watch her work. I don't understand any of the lines of code, but I'm fascinated either way. It's silent except for the tapping of her keyboard. So, is it done yet? Vela swivels in her chair, wearing a deadpan expression, and stares me down. I'm going to take that as a no. She continues to stare. Okay, I guess it can be an... Oh yeah, this part is the same. Wait, what? Did I skip a dialogue somewhere? Yeah, I think it's the same, right? Since I have a few minutes, I should check in with my sister. Who knows when I'll be able to chat with her next. Greet her normally this time.
Hey, big bro.
Oh wait, I think I never called her celery in this part. Never mind. Well, I just hope that I remember. She offers me a smile, but it's missing her usual brightness. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How about you?
Yeah, this is the part where she gets mad. I think about a question, but I'm not sure how to answer it. What exactly makes a job good?
I guess I don't know.
The quiet settles in. Celeste is acting strangely. I would have expected a bit more of a reaction from her. She's usually so upbeat and energetic. Worry grips my chest. What if something is wrong? Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah,
If you're not feeling well, you can tell me.
I know.
An uncomfortable heaviness hangs in the air. There's clearly something bothering Celeste. She is never this short with me unless she has something on her mind. I can tell that something's wrong. What's going on?
Nothing. It's just...
After a moment, she sighs.
I can't stop thinking about how you traveled through a nebula storm.
Huh? Her response catches me completely by surprise and my brain needs a second to catch up. You mean from our last conversation? She nods. Yeah, this part is actually the same, but I know there will be an choice options later on, so I'm just gonna proceed.
Bruce said you guys just made it through a nebula storm, and it got me thinking about the last time you were in one.
I remain quiet, waiting for it to continue. But an uneasiness pinches my stomach. This conversation can't be good. Celeste takes a deep breath, stealing her resolve, and looks me in the eyes.
Nobody goes through a nebula storm. You just don't. And the only reason you were in one last time was because you were chasing a criminal. So, if you aren't chasing criminals now, then why were you in a nebula storm?
Yeah, I think the last time we picked this and it didn't end well, so we're gonna pick the first one. I shouldn't have lied to her in the first place, and I can't lie to her forever. The longer I drag this out, the worse things will be. I should tell her the truth. We had to jump into the storm to avoid the raiders chasing us. Panic rises in her voice.
Oh my gosh, you encountered raiders?
Almost, but not quite. We couldn't take them all at once, and we knew they wouldn't follow us into the storm. So we jumped. Celeste slowly shakes her head.
Of course they wouldn't. It's crazy to go into a nebula storm.
A small chuckle escapes me. It really is. She's quiet for a moment, and her face scrunches in thought.
I guess that explains why you were in the storm. But it doesn't really explain how you survived it. A regular transport service doesn't have a vessel that can withstand the nebula storm. You'd be torn apart.
Okay, this part is the same, right? But I'm guessing she wasn't that upset, so I guess they treat it as a different sentence that I haven't read before. You're right. Our ship is fortified. Celeste raises a brow.
An armored transport vessel? There's no need for that if you're just delivering cargo back and forth. Which means you're obviously doing more than just that. And that more is probably something dangerous.
Her burrows frown. Celeste is getting closer and closer to the truth. If I don't tell her what's really going on, she'll guess it anyway. It's now or never. You're right again. We aren't just a transport crew. We're a mercenary team. But I promise the jobs aren't anything I can't handle.
I knew it!
I blink. What?
I mean, I knew that there was no way you were just doing transport missions. And I sort of guessed that you might be a mercenary, because it's really the only thing that makes sense when you have such a small crew.
I mean, alternatively, we could have been pirates. Celeste laughs.
Good one, big bro. If you becoming a pirate wasn't already unbelievable, it's even less believable after meeting your crew.
Yeah, considering she met the three girls. I crack a smile. It's nice to hear her laugh again. So, does this mean you're not angry? She shakes her head.
No. But I'm a little sad that you felt like you had to lie to me.
I didn't want you to worry about my safety.
Hello? You worked at IAP, and that was just as dangerous. Plus, I'm going to worry about you anyway. That just comes with the territory of being your sister.
I suppose that's fair, since a big part of being your brother is to worry about you too. Is this the same part? No, it's not. She giggles.
So in a way, nothing's really changed.
I grin. You make a very valid point.
I always do. You should listen to me more often.
I forgot what options I chose. Let me save here. Okay, these options never appeared before, so which one of us is the older sibling? If anything, you should listen to me more often.
Just because you were born first doesn't make you more right.
Spoken just like somebody who was born second. Celeste rolls her eyes but giggles. I grin. Celeste seems just like her old self again, which is a relief. This part is the same. Okay, we got comfortable in bed. Should I proceed, or should I proceed with the mission, or should I just end the episode? You know what? Let's see this entire mission through, since we already know what's gonna happen, and we're gonna skip this part. You don't. First option? No, I like the softness of pajamas. It's like sleeping in a hug. Kai grins.
I like sleeping in a hug too, but it isn't pajamas.
Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear in the morning. So, did you come here just to talk about my sleeping preferences? Okay, this part is the same. The entire part here is the same, it's the same, it's the same. Should I be first option? Or this? Because this is basically ignoring. Yeah, I just don't want to avoid like causing the misunderstanding. If Luna's going in unarmed, then that means I'll need to be vigilant and protect her if things escalate. That's fair. I don't think I should sigh here. That's fair. Plus, you've got me here if you need backup. She winks.
That's exactly why I'm not worried.
Iris calls up to us.
Everyone ready? Let's go.
This part is the same. Skip, skip, skip. Skip, skip, skip. Do I wanna mess things up here? Extort him? It doesn't seem like this guy is going to just give himself up. I remember what Kai suggested during the meeting. There is another option.
And what would that be?
I glance at Iris, who nods. We're just here to do a job and get paid. But if we get paid anyway, then it doesn't matter if the job's completed or not. Rook frowns. He opens his mouth to speak, but Kai interjects.
Even if we don't bring you in, I'm sure the location of this hideout will still be valuable information.
Rook narrows his eyes.
Are you trying to blackmail me?
I like to think of it as a mutually beneficial arrangement.
The location is already compromised. We'd have to move bases anyway.
Not necessarily. We work independently. None of the other mercenaries know you're here.
And we're willing to keep our mouths shut, if it's worth our while.
How do I know you won't take the money and turn me in anyway?
You don't. You'll have to trust us.
He crosses his arms.
Trust a blackmailing mercenary. I'm sure even you can hear how absurd that sounds.
It's because we're mercenaries that you should trust us. We're outsiders with no stake in this game and no reason to retaliate.
Rook is quiet as he studies Iris.
Plus any other alternatives, and with both sides ultimately losing.
Rook must have been in enough firefights to know that winning a battle still has losses. Finally, he uncrosses his arms and nods.
You have a deal, but I want you off this planet first. Then you'll get your money.
Kai frowns and is about to retort, but Iris cuts him off.
Fine. But remember that we found you once, and we can find you again. Next time, we may not be so discreet about it either.
Rook's expression hardens, but he nods. Iris motions for us to fall back. Luna finishes up, then rejoins us. Iris leaves the account information before we exit the building. Okay, we also forgot this is also an option. We can also kill the other guy. We can also kill the guy back in the underpass, but all of them results in different outcomes. We cross back through the outskirts in silence, passing the same crumbling structures. Is this part the same? No. Apparently not. Well, this part we literally also skipped the entire subplot of convincing him to to turn himself in, but maybe we'll do that in the Iris run. The streets are empty, but we stick to the side roads anyway. Soon we reach the dock. This part is the same, right? No, we still can't skip this. Iris leads us all back onto the ship, and cross the cargo bay to head upstairs. When we reach the bridge, Iris gets into her seat and gestures for us to do the same.
Strap in, everyone.
We aren't really going to just leave the planet, are we?
No, we're going to bring the Eidos into orbit. That way, we'll be off the ground but still close by.
I nod. On it. Lights flutter on as I flip the switches to power up the ship. The engines hum and the ship lurches as we lift off. Once we reach orbit, I stabilize us and we wait. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Okay. Luckily, it doesn't take long before Iris's phone beeps. She checks it and nods.
Payment confirmed.
That was fast. At least Rook kept his word. Kai grins broadly. He slings his feet on the dash and leans back in his chair with his hands behind his head.
Do I have the best ideas or what?
Vela crosses her arms.
I don't know if I'd say it was the best idea.
Of course it was. We didn't have to fight, we didn't have to deal with those other mercs, we didn't have to report back to Richard, and we still got the credits. I wish all missions were this easy.
We literally just scammed someone who was trying to do something good for his city.
He's no better than us, Vela. If he was really trying to do good, he wouldn't have resorted to stealing.
He only resorted to stealing because he was desperate. It's not the same at all.
She don't agree with our idea, so I probably should have let him turn himself in. Kai shrugs.
And thanks to us, he can continue stealing.
Yeah, not the best outcome, to be honest.
That's what worries me.
Luna sits quietly in her seat, her brows furrowing together.
Rook will continue sowing chaos, and Richard will hire more mercenaries until he's stopped. Nothing will change, and eventually, someone's going to get hurt. I just hope it doesn't end up being the people he's trying to help.
We shouldn't linger on this for too long. At the end of the day, the politics of this planet don't concern us. We were just here to make money, and that's exactly what we did.
I just hope that it doesn't affect our route, that's all. But yeah, I think further down the line there will be a news channel where it shows the fate of the planet. In the first run, basically they show Nathan Kress, which is the person behind Rook, actually doing some changes for his planet, like putting his effort as Nathan, the politician, not as Rook, the crook. But yeah, but for now, I'm just gonna see how it will affect the later on in the storyline. I think that news happened right after the kidnapping scene, so let's proceed and see what that will come out of it. That's true. There's no need for us to interfere more than we have. Iris nods.
So let's focus our energy on our next mission instead.
Right.
Vela grins smugly.
I bet this next mission will be a piece of cake, especially after how we expertly resolved this last one.
And she suddenly thinks that nothing, like, she literally just forget our entire conversation. She literally just said, the context here doesn't seem right with what just happened. That's what I'm trying to say. But I think we can skip this part. I hope you like steak. Yeah, I think I chose this one the last time. But yeah, now that we're done with that mission, I think we can leave this mission to the next stream, I suppose. I think it's safe to say that I can keep yeah, we'll take. I think this one is taking us to the Pongo Sanctuary, so I'm gonna leave this for the next part. So I think that's it for today's episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and have a great day. Bye bye. Make a save right here. And I think I forgot how should I recap this episode, but yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna put it as a video description as like a so-called recap. But yeah, I'm also gonna make a recap in the next episode anyway. But anyway, thank you. Bye bye. Stay safe and have a great day.